Lance going to put it up right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They'll run with Sanders. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Sanders is in. Touchdown, Commanders. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he... ...17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Here's Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Throwing to start the drive. Quick. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. first down. Quick. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
4 yards. Second and 6.
In motion comes the tight end left. To throw on second down. Quick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Quick. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Drake Jackson.
It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ready. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Lance now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Lance going to throw.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Lance going to try to throw for this.
And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Drake Jackson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Off play action. Quick.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Now here's Ross. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Miles Sanders, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-8. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Quick. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing on first down. Quick. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. From 13 yards out.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now a second down and 6.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Quick. And the Niners get there and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. On 1st and 10. Quick. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Robinson with another carry.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down. Quick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, quick. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Lance now on 1st down.
And that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 26 yards.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There goes Green. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Washington.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take over all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Quick. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun on 3rd down. Quick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw on 3rd down. Quick. And he finds McLaurin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Back to throw. Quick.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And some room to roam now.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson,
57 yards. yards.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now on 2nd and 13.
Lance.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Commanders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Quick. Looking deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Meanwhile, Lance's throw there into the hands of Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st down, Lance. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's
25-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lance looks to throw again.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time here. Lance.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for with such little time remaining.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders,
it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to, even though he doesn't.
He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
It was Bryant Cook who made the tackle.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lance going to keep it on the option.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We're scoreless after 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Lance on the keeper.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Trey Lance.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
It's complete, and he will get in to make it 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it. And then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to open.
He's got a man complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
from 21 yards away.
And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36.
Play action, now it's Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
2nd and 11 now.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score.
Here we go.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. 19 yards.